Flat Kingdom is a 2D platformer developed by Fat Panda Games and published by Starter. The game is set, of course, in Flat Kingdom, and it's a place where everything is flat, everything is 2D, and there is peace. But one day, a fox thief robs some diamonds who protect the realm from turning into a 3D world. And it's now the turn of our hero, Flat, who is a two-dimensional character who can turn into squares, triangles and circles to bring back the diamond and avoid everything going to hell. When you first look at it, the story is very simple. But the more you play it, the more complex it gets, and there are different items that you can find that give you some background to the lore of the places that you visit, and I found that quite interesting, honestly, but overall it's not really the best story in gaming. It's fine, it works for the game, and I have to say it was actually pretty damn funny. I like the dialogues that some of the characters say while you're playing. It was a joyful game to play, and graphically it looks pretty damn cool. It's not perfect, but it didn't find any type of glitches, and the art style is pretty cool. I like the fact that sometimes there are 3D objects that come out of the wall, everything is just looking flat and then everything changes. I like the enemy design, and there is some variety to it. There are around 50 enemies in the entire game, including the bosses, but I never got bored of looking at the game, and every single setting that you find in about 5 or 6 different places of the kingdom, every single place looks different from the other ones, and that's a really good statement for the game. It's a very good looking game, and I love the art style. And gameplay wise, it's a platformer. I don't usually play platformers. I played quite a lot of them when I was little, especially Disney platformers, but this one is a pretty solid one. I liked playing this game. The gameplay is very simple, but the more you play it, the more complex and the harder it gets, and I like the difficulty spike. It increases slightly every single level until you get to some actually really hard levels to beat. In the last ones, I died a lot, I'm not gonna lie, but the checkpoint system is pretty damn balanced. I play the game with a controller because the keyboard controls aren't as fluid and as natural as the ones on the controller, because in the game you can only jump, turn into a circle, turn into a square, or turn into a triangle. When you're playing as the circle, you can double jump and you move relatively normal. When you're playing as a triangle, you move extremely fast but you don't jump very high. And when you're playing as a square, you're just very damn slow but also very damn heavy, and you can move some objects around. This makes for some interesting combination, especially once you get some new abilities that open new areas in previous places, that give you different ways to approach some situations and to beat some puzzles. And they actually kind of like the combat of the game, which is very simple. Depending on the form of the dimension that the enemy has, you have to use a different form to kill him. For example, if there is a square, you have to use a circle. If there is a triangle, you have to use square. If there is a circle, you have to use triangle. It's just a small loop of things, but I like that. I have to say the soundtrack as well is pretty fun. It's very joyful, very not childish, but for children, and I liked it. It puts you in a really good mood. And the sound effects are good. Some of them got a little annoying in a couple of levels the more I died in the end, but still it's a pretty good game. And overall, I have to say, if you're into platformers, I think you should definitely buy this one, especially it deserves more recognition in my opinion, because it is well developed, the art style is good, the story is pretty fun, and the gameplay is very engaging. I kept playing the game even for 2 or 3 hours at a time. I was like, yeah, this is good, and it will last you around 6 or 7 hours, but I do think that you should definitely check it out. But still, guys, if you played Flat Kingdom, do you want to play it? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks always for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.